When I went in the life insurance business, whoo me, I sold a lot my first year. I sold my house, my car, my furniture. I thought the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life was trying to sell life insurance. If you haven't made your friends when you start selling insurance, it's too late. Even your mother won't return your call. So coming home one night, I decided I was going to get out of the business. And it was about 7 o'clock, and I had been trying to sell this guy, and I'd been to a sales school, but he hadn't been to the school, and he didn't know how to buy. So I didn't sell. I came home, and I said, this is bad. I'd rather run a service station in northern Minnesota in February at night, barefooted, than to try to sell insurance. So I was going to get out of the thing. But that night, something came over me. It's the greatest change that ever happened to me. I said to God that night, I said, God is my witness, I will never, ever, ever allow another human being to cause me to think less of me, because I'm okay. I had a book out there those days called I'm Okay, You're Okay, and I'd read that book, and I said, I'm okay. And then I made this pig farmer that didn't buy the policy okay. Not as okay as me, but I made him okay. And that's changed my life. I say that to myself. Every time my number comes down, it's usually because I have allowed some old thing that's stored inside of me, happened before I was probably 10 or 12 years old, insecurities. I've let somebody else cause me to think less of myself. So if you'll write down on that paper now, Grandpa's talking, I promise that I will never, ever, ever allow another human being to cause me to think less of me. Just please put that down. I promise that I will never, ever allow another human being to cause me to think less of me. If you'll say that over every time you allow a patient to put you down, every time you allow some human being with their arrogance or their ego or their false pride to put some kind of spell on you. Now, dentists, hear me. We don't have as big a problem with the staff, but I think it's contagious. Dentists have a please me tape. They have an approval addiction. They wag their tails like a little puppy. Like me, please like me. Oh, for God's sakes, like me. And that keeps them from doing some of the dentistry that needs done on people because they're afraid somebody won't like them. What if you were to tell somebody? See, you take all of the credit for the junky mouths that are out there. Stinky mouths. Blood and pus in those mouths. 80% of them got periodontal disease. 80% of them got gum disease, and you don't like to tell them about it. You say, oh, we have a teeny-weeny infection here. Didn't upset you, did I? Guy said, no, you got it, I don't. And then what do? You say, we'll watch it, though. And how many of you ever gotten rid of periodontal disease watching it? And then the guy's looking at television. Oh, he's looking at television, and millions and millions are spent showing people that if you squish a little scope, it'll go away. How many cured periodontal disease with scope? But the public thinks so, and they also think you cured all the need to go to the dentist with fluoride, right or wrong. And then the TV, you look on there, and all you got to do, then girls just flock around you, and you take off with women everywhere, and you just, no more problems. If you don't like that, chew a little dentine. And all those things subtly tell people they don't have to go to the dentist. That's why half of the people don't have a happy dental home, and 80% have periodontal. It's an epidemic. When Hillary finds out about it, wow. Don't laugh. She's making a good president. Hillary and Billary. Okay. Now, I want you to give up approval addiction. Write it down. I'm no longer addicted to approval. I want them to like me, but if they don't, tough. It would be nice if they liked me, but if they don't, Betty, I ain't gonna lay awake all night long. 250 million people out there in the U.S. alone. If you go from the top of Canada to the bottom of Mexico, in the uncommon market, there's 350 million. You can go to see them in your Volkswagen. You don't have to fly or ride a boat. You go all up and down there. So we got 250 million people in America, and one doesn't like me. How many do I have left? And next year, 2 more didn't like me. I ain't never going to run out of people to like me. If I'm not everybody's cup of tea, put down, no more worry. We spend half of our time totally engrossed in fear. We spend 1/2 of our time totally engrossed in anger. Where does fear come from? Something that ain't happened yet. Something in the future. We spend half of our time in anger. Something that's in the past. So I spend half of my time being mad and half of my time being scared. How much I got for Walter Hailey? Nothing. So put it down. 21 days, no more fear and no more anger. Deal? Say yes. Yeah. Wow.